It's a well-known Pokemon fact that Metagrosses eat ice punches for breakfast. If they were not to eat ice punches for breakfast, they would lose their blue complexion. And that's what shiny Metagrosses are. Metagrosses who don't eat ice punches for breakfast. But all other Metagrosses eat ice punches for breakfast. Alright guys, so here's a mixed match that's 3OU and 3UU with NidoqueenNotLoved, and yeah. So I used my trusty Dustbuster, who of course everyone knows what they do, what it does at this point. It tricks. So I get its focus sash, and he sets up spikes. So I know he's locked into spikes, and I really don't want him to set them like all up, so I decide to switch, but he also switches, and he goes into Zapdos, and I just go into Mismagius. And I go for a nasty plot, because I'm not really sure what this Zapdos can do to me, and he goes for a Heat Wave, which doesn't do a whole lot to Mismagius, because Mismagius is pretty decent special defense, actually. So he goes out into Scorch, his Heatran, as I just go for a Shadow Ball. And that's not going to do a whole lot due to the resistance, but I do get the special defense drop, which helps. And I do have the Hidden Power Fire on, Fighting on this Mismagius. So he's going to go for the Hidden Power Dark, which is like completely random, but I actually survive, which is awesome. And then I go for my Hidden Power, which is Hidden Power Fighting. And because of the nasty plot I got and the special defense drop, I don't know if the special defense drop mattered, but whatever, the Heatran goes down, so that's really good for me. So he goes out back into Death Wish, which is his what is it? It's Frostlass. And I was hoping he'd go for the Shadow Ball, so I go back into Dustbuster, but he ends up going for the Ice Beam, which sucks, because then he gets the Freeze, and that's just like annoying, because I have Sucker Punch, and I wanted to use it against this Frostlass, but I get a Freeze, so I can't use Sucker Punch, and Dustbuster dies. Poor Dustbuster. Alright, so now I just go into Registeel, and I know he's locked into Ice Beam, so I know it's pretty safe to say he's going to switch, and I get a free Stealth Rock set up. He goes into his own Registeel. I'm guessing it's because his is probably a little more, attack-oriented, so I go out into Mence to take maybe an Earthquake. But he goes for a Curse, which I don't really care about because I have Fire Blast on this Salamence, so I'm just going to use it. But he ends up going into Arcanine, which is another Flash Fire Pokemon. So he has like 2 Flash Fire Pokemon on this team, which really screwed me up. However, I don't think Arcanine's faster than my Mence, because this is my Mixed Mence, and it has like max speed for a Salamence or something. And I go for the Earthquake, and that'll take down the Arcanine, which is really good, because that Arcanine, I don't know what it would do to my Mence, but I didn't want to find out. So now it goes back into Zapdos, and I go for the Draco Meteor because most Zapdos are physically bulky, and, Draco Meteor is like super powerful or something. And I go for it, and I do get the KO on Zapdos because of my Life Orb and my awesomeness like that, so that's awesome. So he goes now into Registeel again. I have the Fire Blast, but after the special defense drop, I don't think I'm going, special attack drop, I don't think I'm going to be able to kill it. So I go out into Breloom so I could hopefully put it to sleep and stuff, but he just explodes, so my Breloom just like dies, and there's Breloom guts all over the wall, basically. So he goes into Blissey, and as most of you know, I completely despise Blissey with every fiber of my body. So I go into Mence, and I go for the Outrage because it's a physical move, and this is Mixed Mence, and I end up getting a crit, and I don't really know if it mattered. I mean, Blissey's defense is just pitiful, but it does have a lot of hit points, so I don't know if this crit mattered. If it did, I'm really sorry. If it didn't, then, well, oh well. It's a Blissey, I don't feel too bad. So he goes into his last poke, and it's Frostlass again. And he's gonna go for the Ice Beam to kill my Salamence, but I couldn't switch out basically because I was locked into Outrage. And that sucks for me, but I do have Registeel, and he's locked into Ice Beam, so I don't think this battle is going to be lost. I'm just going to go for, the T-Wave, then Iron Head to kill it, but I get a Freeze, and that's like, this is his second Freeze. Fortunately for me, Ice Beam isn't going to be killing Registeel anytime soon, if at all, so I just have to wait to thaw out, because eventually I'm going to thaw out, or he's going to struggle, and then I'll win, because that Ice Beam is not going to be killing Registeel, ever. So, I'm just going to just chill here, waiting for me to thaw, and I'm like, come on, thaw, come on, thaw, and everyone in the chat room at this point was just like, I think they were telling him to run, because it was just so pointless and a waste of time, but, maybe he thought he could get a crit or something. You never know. I mean, You never know, you never know. But eventually my Registeel does thaw out. I'm just going to go for the T-Wave. I could have just went for the Iron Head to kill it, but I just went for the T-Wave because I felt like it. And, yeah, now I'm going to go for the Iron Head for the win. So, good game, NidoqueenNotLoved. Really fun match. Make sure you check him out. He also posted the video. I'll leave the link to his profile in the description. So I hope to, you guys rate, comment, subscribe me and him. Alright, bye. Hey guys, today's question of the day is, what is your favorite Pokemon that you've ever seen me use? I could use this feedback because I want to use Pokemon that, my viewers want me to use, so leave a comment about your favorite Pokemon of mine that you would like to see me use more often, and that would be helpful when I decide, when I make my teams and post them on YouTube. I know a lot of people in the chat were like, use Dustbuster, so that's why I kind of used him in this battle. And I also think I used him in one or two other battles during my Open Challenge day. You'll have to see, I don't quite remember. But, yeah, leave a comment about your favorite Pokemon of mine, and continue to rate, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Alright, peace.